What's up everybody, it's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time of course we are taking a look at our boy DSP's weekly finances of the business and checking to see if the liquidity is doing well for Phil, and checking to see how Phil is doing year over year for the last couple months, seeing if he's keeping up with his income and checking to make sure that Phil has enough money for his day off. So let's get into it. So big up to Piece of Peace and his tip tracker. Also big up to Game Face Gamer. I've been using kind of a combination of those two because Game Face Gamer actually publishes the financial information for the streams daily on Twitter, so I can pick up some of that information and load it. But again, you guys know Piece of Pieces tracker, which is awesome. So definitely we'll link that in the description. So real quick, what I wanted to do is take a look at our boy DSP streaming week. He streamed for 7 days, and as you can see, he bought in for his tips, his gross tips, he brought in $912 for the week, which is kind of low, and especially being that it was 7 days, that is kind of low. He averages anywhere between like 11 to 1300 bucks. For super chats, that did increase, so he did make $708 for a grand total of $1,620 for the streaming week. Now again, this is just super chats and tips, and this doesn't account for fees or any of that stuff. It's just raw information before taxes and so on. So yeah, I mean, Phil did not have any big bills that we know of this week, so we're assuming that most of the tip money that he can use for his day off with his wife, grocery shopping, pet supply shopping, and so on. So yeah, I mean, he got lucky with the super chats to help with that weekly income, but of course we all know Phil doesn't see that money until next month, so he always poo-poos the super chat. But anyway, let's take a look at how Phil is doing for 2023. So far this year, Phil has made $12,018 in tips, $5,021 in super chats, and set for a grand total of $17,039. Again, that's January 2023, February 2023, and March, up through the 22nd. So if you compare that to 2022, you can see that Phil is definitely lagging in income. So in 2022, for that same time period, he made $16,340 in tips. For super chats, he made $7,079 for a grand total of $23,419. Now, if you can compare those two incomes, you clearly see that Phil is having difficulty this year. Now, there could be tons of things, not enough games, Phil being boring, the dents, you know, the social security check with inflation, they just don't have the money to spend on Phil. It can be several factors, you know, that are accounting for this. But if you compare the number year over year, you can see that for tips, Phil had made 26.5% less than he did in 2022. That's significant. That's up there. That's a lot of cheddar. If you think about it, that's about $4,000 that he does not have for liquidity. And then if you look at his super chats, he is down 29.1% from last year's super chat. So I mean, if you look at the totals, we're looking at about $2,000 that he is not receiving for those 3 months in 2023. So I mean, that's a very big dip in support. And then if you take the grand totals for tips and super chats, right, you will see that he's down. He is down. Let me to be sure my numbers are good. Yeah, so if you take a look at his totals, he is down about he's down about, well, let's see, 4,000. Yeah, he's about $6,000 off his pace from last year. So for that, the grand total that he made $23,419. Compare that to $17,039. He is down negative 27.3%. So he is missing about $6,000 year over year. Now that's rough. And since Phil likes to classify himself as a business, you know, the you know, a successful business will see growth quarter over quarter. And as we can see here, this first quarter is almost over and Phil is not doing well whatsoever. He is almost 30% off his income that he should be receiving. Now, of course, that does account for tips and super chats both on DSP Gaming and the React channel. So you could correlate that maybe the React channel is harming Phil's main channel, DSP Gaming. That could be a correlation that you could do, but you know, you'd have to look at the data and so on, and I just don't have all that information. But as you can clearly see here, Phil is not making as much money as he did last year. And if this trend persists, I mean, we have what? We're in the first quarter. We have 3 more to go. He's down 30%. I mean, that's a big chunk of money. That is a big chunk of money that Phil no longer has. It may pick up. It may pick up once we get some new games. But you know, when you're talking about numbers like this, it's hard to make that up. So it looks like Phil, unless he makes it up in other ways, memberships or whatever, he could be looking at, you know, significantly less income for 2020. Anyway, just wanted to share that information. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. And yeah, we may be seeing the end of DSP Gaming. Peace out.